Hello, everybody, and welcome to the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week. We're in Trojan country for a matchup between Central Lafourche and the Terrebonne Tigers, a District 6-5A matchup. Hi, everyone. Hillary Domang along with Don Schwab and Troy Johnson. Central Lafourche, a team that's 3-0 so far this season. They're looking good, but most people around here don't think they're as good a ball club as what they were last year. Coach, let's talk about what's going on here in Trojan country. This is a team that went to the semifinals last year. Very, very good ball club. They lose 30-some-odd players.
Stands the reason, Hillary, when you lose 30 seniors from the previous year, it's a definitely rebuilding thing. But we know we've said this time and time again, winning breeds success, and these guys have had successful programs, and it just has a snowball effect. As long as they've got Barry plays on their quarterback, they got a big-time tailback in Russell Robinson. These guys are for real. Randy Blois, he said the verdict is still out on them. He said they could be a pretty good football team before the year's out.
On the other side of the ball, the Terrebonne Tigers started off 0-2, scoring a lot of points, but then not holding many people back. Last week, they put it together and get a win in the last play of the game against South Terrebonne. Troy, how are they looking going into tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Pat Key, he's real optimistic about his team tonight. He said if they can come out and play solid offense, I mean, a lot of things are going to be riding on David Bird. He's going to be the guy to control everything. Two guys that have to look to get off early, Claude Johnson and Adam Hendry. If they can get those two guys off early, I can tell you what, we can be in for some fireworks tonight.
Should be a good matchup. 6-5A district. Terrebonne moving up this year. Central Lafourche, always a solid performer in that district. Stay with us. The HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week is next. Central Lafourche hosting Terrebonne.
Whether you're a sports participant or a sports fan, Duncan Sports in Thibodaux has just what you need. Duncan Sports can outfit you from head to toe with stylish and professional clothing like Nike and Umbro, as well as accessories and equipment. Duncan Sports specializes in team uniforms and offers on-location custom embroidering. Duncan Sports at 1499 St. Mary Street in Thibodaux, just north of Tiger Drive.
Ever had a powerful idea? Well, with Radiophone, you can. Radiophone introduces the new personal power plan. For just $16.95 a month, take your phone anywhere in the U.S. or Canada. You won't find a lower rate anywhere than with the new personal power plan from Radiophone. Pay only for what you use. And remember, get all these services with no additional fees. And there's no activation charge. The personal power plan. Power from Radiophone.
We're getting ready for kickoff. Deep for Central Lafourche is going to be number 4, Joey Augustine, and number 2, Dion Jenkins.
Ought to be a good football game, Hillary. Not much wind tonight. That should be a factor. Nice, cool night. Great night. Boy, the field's in excellent condition. Ought to be a great night for football.
Kickoff goes down to about the 8-yard line. That's Augustine. Has a bit of running room. He's finally stacked up before he gets to the 25-yard line. 3 or 4 Terrebonne Tigers were there, including number 25, Shea Level.
Shea Level is one of those young men that might go both ways tonight for Terrebonne High School. Talked to Coach John Enfinger before the game. Said they've kind of settled in now and got away from those two-way performers. And Shea Level is probably one of the few ones tonight that's going to go both ways. He's a good football player.
The quarterback, a good one for Central Lafourche. Number 17, Barry Plazos. Behind him, Wilson Bauer and Russell Robinson. The handoff to Robinson right up the middle. He has some room. Russell Robinson all the way up to the 35-yard line. That'll be close to a first down.
Good size up front also. We'll get over that Central Lafourche line in a minute. I'll get the lineup from Hillary, but big Russell Robinson. One of that tackles for Central Lafourche, Courtney Smith, is number 64. He's 6'4", 370, and he is a junior.
I formation. Handoff to Robinson again up the middle. Robinson still going forward. He's stacked up. That's number 81, Fred Spencer, the sophomore defensive end from Terrebonne. Held on to him until he got more help.
A little help also from Joseph Renfro, defensive lineman, number 64 for Terrebonne. That offensive line for tight end James DePlantis, number 84. One of the tackles, Roddy Chasson, number 71, and of course 64, Courtney Smith. The guards are Shane Alorio and Ronnie Ponson, 56 and 58, and then Anderson Ring, number 7, is the center.
Second down, handoff right up the middle. That's Wilson Brower, number 95, junior fullback. He looks like he's going to pick up a first down, about a 5-yard gain for Brower.
Also on offense, a quarterback, number 17, one of the best athletes on the field, Barry plays on. Fullback Wilson Brower, number 95. Of course, the tailback Russell Robinson, and the flanker is Deion Jenkins, number 2. Randy Brewer talked all week, the best thing to do against Terrebonne, what he's seen in the film, is just keep the ball away from the offense.
We'll set that Terrebonne defense for you in just a moment. Handoff, that's Robinson, lots of room. That's not Robinson, that's number 42, Darius Griffin. Griffin in the backfield, and he carries it all the way to the 16-yard line. Shea Lovell finally caught up with him.
We'll probably see this again on replay. Just a little blast play right in the middle of the offensive line. You see a good lead by Blau right there on the defensive end. And he cracks the secondary. Terrebonne High is playing with double safeties on the hashes. And he's placed Shea Lovell does a great job of coming clean across the field and making the tackle here. On number 42, Darius Griffin, a 5'6", 152-pound sophomore.
Now the handoff to Robinson. He's stacked up at the 15-yard line. He'll gain only a couple on the play.
Looks like number 81 for Terrebonne was in on the tackle, Fred Spencer, defensive lineman.
Second down, 8.
You know, we talk about these Central Lafourche fans. They say they get here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon for 7:30, and these guys still kick off at 7:30 to give the people in the neighborhood a opportunity to get to the games.
Second down. Handoff to Robinson again. Still running out of tackles. Robinson initially hit by 55. Chris Bergeron spun out of that. Finally dropped. Number 29 for Terrebonne, Ernie Bennett. Also number 42, Terrell Aldridge on the stop.
Got to do a good job of tackling old Russell Robinson. He's 6'3", 215-pound senior. Good-looking kid.
Third down and 8 for the Trojans. Plays off, hands it to Robinson. Terrebonne stacks him up. He falls forward to about the 12-yard line. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Of course, Central Lafourche has an excellent kicker and field goal kicker. Has a good look at Courtney Smith right there, number 64. But Barry Plaisance, number 17, kicked a field goal last week, and that been a win. And I was watching him pregame. He's got a terrific leg.
The holder is Augustine. 30-yard field goal attempt is up, and it's good. 8:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Central Lafourche strikes first. They lead it 3-0. There you see the Central Lafourche cheerleaders. What a great crowd here, Coach, every week.
Yes, indeed. I mean, these people really love their football. They've been doing this for years. When Bob Grove first came here, and we had a chance to talk with the legendary Coach Bob Grove here from Central Lafourche High School, who's now retired, and Troy Johnson. We're going to have an interview with him right at the beginning of the second half. Very interesting man. Fine guy. Just was a tremendous coach in the LHSA for years. Won a couple state championships at Hornville High School, but Randy Brewer has done a great job filling in for him, I'm going to tell you.
Reggie Ugel is going to kick for Central Lafourche. He's going to hit it about the 18, taken in by Henry. As a flag on the play, as Henry's still going all the way up to the 40-yard line, but they have a flag down at about the 31. That will normally mean a penalty on the return team.
Good drive. Good drive by Central Lafourche. Excuse me, on that touchdown, on that field goal drive, but kept the ball on the ground. Ran about 4 minutes off the clock, so they've accomplished what they wanted to at the very beginning. They wanted to keep Terrebonne's high offense with Claude Johnson and David Berg and William Henry on the sidelines.
Set the offense real quick. The split end, as you see the replay there, the split end for Terrebonne, number 8, Alton Diggs. The left tackle is number 75, Jason Galbraith. The left guard, number 76, Jeremy Smith. The center is number 53, Robert Prejean. The right guard, number 52, Todd Olimar. The right tackle, number 73, Jared Landry. Will set the backfield for you. Davey Berg, William Henry, and Claude Johnson. Handoff right up the middle. That's Johnson. He's going to gain a couple. Terrebonne's backfield, as we said, quarterback is Davey Berg. The senior running backs, William Henry and Claude Johnson, both juniors. And the flanker is number 10. That's Mike Blake.
One of the top rushers in the state, Claude Johnson. I think he's in the top 10 in the state of Louisiana as far as rushing. Sean Christmas from H.L. Bourgeois will obviously be leading the state right now in rushing yardage.
Pitch back to Henry. He's trying to get around the outside. Good pursuit by the Central Lafourche defense. Number 26 for the Trojans, Ryan Rogers, wouldn't let him get outside.
We'll get that defense for you right now for Central Lafourche. They run a 5-3. The defensive ends are Jan Cresoni, number 51, and Travis Bourgeois, number 33. The tackles are Mike Ogeron, 55, and Landerin False, number 53.
3rd and 7 for Terrebonne at their own 26. Blake in motion. Handoff up the middle. So much penetration there that they almost disturbed the handoff, Coach.
Yes, middle linebacker is Brent Douglas, number 61. The other linebacker is Stuart Fauché, number 24. And Travis Douglas, number 34. The secondary is Ron Rogers, 26. Joey Augustine, number 4. Chris Lagarde, 14. And Barry Plaisance, the quarterback, goes both ways. Good job right there by the defensive Central Lafourche.
Deep for the Trojans, Dion Jenkins. Kick by Shea Lovell is a wobbler that's going to hit at about the 40 and keep rolling. Gets a decent Terrebonne bounce. It'll be down to the 36-yard line. Central Lafourche will take over from there.
Once again, excellent field position for Central Lafourche.
The Terrebonne Tigers so far were defeated by De La Salle and then by the Ellender Patriots. They came back with their first win over South Terrebonne last week. The Central Lafourche Trojans are 3-0. They defeated Abramson, Carver, and Sarah Reed. And that's Ugel in the ball game at quarterback, number 18. The handoff is to Robinson. One of the Tigers in on the stop was number 64, Joseph Renfro. It's a gain of 4.
They try to give Barry Plaisance as much break as they can. Hillary, he just goes both ways. He does all that kicking for him, with the exception of kicking off. And O'Gale has a great leg himself. Watched him in pregame, so he's that backup quarterback.
And you have to have good legs to be a quarterback. Handoff inside, a little bit of running room, still going forward. That's Browser, and Browser is going to gain about 11 yards, and they'll have a first down for Central Lafourche.
Wilson Brown, 6'1", 205, fullback, junior.
I said Browser, it is Brower.
You'll see it right here, a little fullback trap. Big Courtney Smith leading him downfield. Oh, that's a massive individual, Courtney Smith. Gee.
I tell you, Wilson Brower is no tiny one either.
6'4", 370.
You have a couple of big guys carrying the ball. Brower, 6'1", 205. Ugel hands off. That's Robinson. Breaks a tackle. Robinson is going to gain about 6. He's up to the 43-yard line.
Coach Pat Key's got to crowd the line of scrimmage with more people. They won't see the football. Coach Randy Brewer and his offensive staff, they're going to continue to run it until they maybe commit 8 or 9 people to that box. Make them throw the football, but they'll run the football all night. That's a good shot of Brower right there.
Second and 4. Handoff Brower again up the middle, and Brower looks like he's going to pick up another first down to the Terrebonne 38-yard line. Good surge by the offensive line, Coach. Good job right there by the center of the offensive line for Central Lafourche. Andy Zarang, Shane Illyrio, and Roddy
Also, they got in trips formation, single back and just run dive to Bauer. Picks up the first down. Central Lafourche doesn't do nothing fancy. They in their pro set like right here. I pro. Just tight splits up front. They going north and south.
Robinson again. Good penetration that time by Terrebonne's defense. Chris Bergeron, number 55, and Renfro, number 64, in there.
Good penetration. That's what they need. A big play up front. Get a little penetration. Get them guys in the backfield before they get started. Mix it up front. Maybe play a little gap defense here and there. Throw off their blocking. They see Central Lafourche. They throw their first pass of the night.
Second, call it 10. Minimal gain on the last play. Robinson dots the I. Fake to him. Ugel rolls out. Has a receiver open. That's Brower, and Brower is going to take it down to the 31-yard line. A gain of about 7 on the play.
Little roll out right tip to the tight end side. Running to Brower in the flat. We'll see it here. The strength of the formation at the top. The tight end runs it deep, and he just flips the ball right there in the flat to Brower. Does a great job of going backside and catching it. Good tackle right there for the young man from Terrebonne. Brings up a 3rd and 3. More than likely, we're in 2-down territory already with Central Lafourche.
Handoff up the middle. That's Brower. He's tripped up, but falls forward for the first down.
We look at this play again. You see Central getting a trips formation, taking one of them linebackers and moving them out, and that's giving a little sugar spot, soft spot, what we call. See right in the middle of the field, they got one linebacker standing up right over the center. He comes firing a gap, looks like, between the guard and the center. And if Brown doesn't trip right there, he might run in the next guy to tackle him. It's going to be the back judge.
First down at the 24-yard line for Central Lafourche. Driving again on their second possession. They lead it 3-0. Handoff to Robinson up the middle. That offensive line coach is doing a good job of pushing that Terrebonne defensive line back.
Once again, yes, indeed. They have an exceptional job up front. But Terrebonne looks like they're going to have to try to change that defense a little bit. They're still playing with that 5-man front. Defensive backs, the 2 safeties, about 12 yards back. They got to start crowding that line of scrimmage and dare Central Lafourche to throw the football.
Unofficially, Robinson, coach, already with 10 carries in the first quarter.
Well, till they stop him, I tell you what, Coach Rain and Brose will continue to run the football.
2nd and 5 from the 19. Handoff to Robinson again. That's Chris Bergeron, 55 again, coach, coming up making the tackle.
A couple of big plays in this series for Chris Bergeron. Also 23 is Justin Crow.
Call it no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Clock counting down, a quick moving first quarter.
When you don't throw the football on either side, and Central Lafourche just control the clock.
Mix up in the backfield. Brower has it. Brower surges forward for a first down, but there's a flag where you would expect a holding call.
Offensive holding. Good job of Brower keeping his feet moving. Initial contact. Yards made after the first contact is still very important.
Here you see it, coach. See if you can catch that holding in the middle of the line.
They got somebody inside for Central Lafourche. You can't tell where he come from. A guy, look at the left guard maybe. It's awfully difficult to keep them hands away.
That'll move it back to the 29-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down at about 15.
Maybe we're looking for a little screen play right here. If Terrebonne just pins their ears back and come after the quarterback. One linebacker coming.
Pressure, throw outside. It's caught by Robinson. Robinson is going to go in for the score.
Good catch, good throw by Barrett. Plays on. Russell Robinson catches the ball, does a good job of turning his body, getting his head around, catching the ball with his fingertips. You see it here, running toward the tight end again, away from the flanker formation. He hits Robinson right on the fingertips. Does a great job going down. Missed tackle right there. Can't miss those tackles in the open field.
29-yard.
I'm sorry,
Touchdown throw.
Reggie Ogle, right?
Ugel. The extra point is good. We'll keep it here. Only 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Central Lafourche leads it 10-0. Coach, right now it's just domination by the Central Lafourche offensive line.
Well, Coach Pat Key's they got to make some changes up front defensively. They got to, like I said, maybe crowd line scrimmage or maybe get kind of a gap defense. But they continue, if Central Lafourche continues to control the offensive line up front, it's going to be a long night. Terrebonne won't see the football. I mean, they've held the ball for every bit of 3 minutes of the first quarter.
Not even that much.
No.
Three plays.
3 plays and out for Terrebonne's offense. And, you know, for them to be any factor whatsoever, you got to keep David Bird, Claude Johnson, and William Henry on the field.
The last 2 guys you mentioned are deep for Terrebonne inside the 10-yard line. Number 2, William Henry, and number 3, Claude Johnson. Speaking of Johnson, we'll hear from our buddy Troy Johnson in just a moment. Ugel kicks off a liner off of Claude Johnson. He retrieves it at about the 7. And Claude Johnson is up to the 21-yard line. A host of Trojans get him down. Terrebonne's offense coming on the field now. Troy Johnson has something for us on the sideline. Troy?
Well, guys, I talked to the Terrebonne coaches earlier. They said that they knew the game plan. They were going to run the football. The Trojans were going to come out and be physical. They said they had to be physical themselves. So far, the Trojans are winning the battle. Hill, back to you.
Absolutely right, Troy. Just what we've been talking about. The battle at the line of scrimmage is being won by the guys in the green and gold. Berg pitches out to Johnson, has some room. Claude Johnson cuts it in. Claude Johnson's going to pick up a first down for Terrebonne, a gain of 11 yards.
A little toss sweep to the wide side of the field, trying to get Claude on a quick corner. Does a great job of getting outside. Picked up some downfield blocks from his wide receivers, and we'll see it here. Just a little quick toss. Central Lafourche couldn't get out there quick enough on a pursuit. First down of the night for Terrebonne Tigers.
Handoff up the middle, William Henry. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it a gain of about 1, and that is going to end the first quarter of play. Your score, Central Lafourche 10, Terrebonne nothing. Stay with us for more of the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week. Second quarter. Getting ready to start up. Terrebonne Tigers just picked up their first down of the game. Of course, that was only their 4th carry of the game right before William Henry just gained a couple or 1 yard.
I'd like to apologize to Reggie Ogle, who did throw the touchdown pass, Henry. Old man like me just didn't see it, you know.
Yeah, the eyes are one of the first things.
Yeah, one of the first things. Even with my glasses on there, Reggie, I miss you, buddy, but hopefully won't do this the rest of the night. 2nd and 9 for Terrebonne.
Berg back to pass, looks over the middle, has a receiver. It's complete up to the 40-yard line. The tackle by Ugel, and the pass was completed to number 83, tight end Jeremy Williams.
A little veer pass, fake the ball to the dive man, come up, hit the tight end. He releases outside the defensive man. He hits him right in the numbers. Good throw by David Berg. Good coverage right there by Reggie Ugel.
3rd down and about 3 for Terrebonne. Oh, Berg still has it. Davy Berg is drugged down from behind. Let's see where they mark it. Looks from here like it'll be a little bit short of the first down.
Depends on the spot. I think he got his knee down right before the yard marker. Looks like Coach Key might go for it, Hillary. No, he's sending the punting team in. We missed our guy Gene Guino tonight, who was out of town for the weekend. He could ill afford to take a chance here, Hillary. Give Central Lafourche the ball on the plus end of the field.
25, Shea Lovell back to punt again. Fake. Claude Johnson has the football. Claude Johnson picks up the first down.
But old Pat Key, he always comes up with them big trick plays, and once again, I know a lot of people on the sidelines were hollering the fake, but Claude Johnson did a great job out here. Good acting right here by Shea Lovell, the punter. We'll see. Look, watch the Lovell fake the punt like the ball went over his head, and he just snapped it to Claude Johnson, who's the up back. He gets inside the contained man for Central, and he breaks it down the sidelines. Big play right there for Pat Key, the Terrebonne Tigers.
25-yard gain for Claude Johnson. First down at the Trojan 35-yard line. Blake in motion. Claude Johnson has it again. Johnson, nice cut inside. Claude Johnson gains another 15 yards up to the 20-yard line for a first down for the Tigers.
There's no doubt about Claude Johnson, number 3. I tell you, we saw him in the Jamboree, and he had a great night against De La Salle High School. We'll see it again right here. Again, the quick toss, running the motion to the wide side of the field. The tackle pulls, the guard pulls. Claude just breaks inside right here. Missed tackles by Central Lafourche. He's good back.
First and 10 for the Terrebonne Tigers at the Central Lafourche 20. The Trojans lead it 10-0. Davy Berg pitches back to Johnson, trying to get around the outside. He's tackled for a big loss. That is Barry Plazos.
That's why they like him so much. They always say he's one of the best athletes on the football team.
Coach, we were talking before the game on the sideline. You asked him, who's the most outstanding defensive player on Central Lafourche's team? Who'd they tell you?
Watch Barry Plazos. They said Barry Plazos. I tell you, he does a great job from the safety position. He reads the whole field. He sees run all the way. And I mean, he came up through the alley, made a great play right there.
Second and 15. Berg back to pass. Incomplete. That was intended for Junius Patterson.
Terrebonne got in a double slot, one back. It'll present some problems to Central Lafourche right here. They don't put them in almost like a little uncovered. If they send 4 guys downfield, they got 2 defensive backs to cover 4. Might be something we can look for.
Third and 15 now for Terrebonne. Tight end checking into the game. Davy Berg straight back, good protection. It is incomplete. Intended for Diggs. That'll bring up a 4th down. The Tigers tonight.
We'll see on the replay, see if we catch the football here. We'll see if we can get it. Yep, ball hits the ground. Good call by the official.
The Tigers are without their regular place kicker tonight. Their kicker tonight is number 38, Brad Lake. So the Tigers on a 4th and 15 are going to go for it from the 25-yard line. Berg back to pass. Lofts it out, intended for Blake. Broken up by Chris Lagarde.
Good defense, good play right there by Chris Lagarde. Number 14 goes up, knocks the ball down. I'm sure he's disappointed in the intercept, but he's got a lot better field position by just knocking it down right here. Davey throws the ball. He puts a little zip behind it. He might have a play right here if he gets the ball over the defensive man's head. But good job by Lagarde by going and play the football. Hey, I think Coach Key had no choice but to go for it. We need to put points when you get this close. I'm sure he's saying right now that his defenses have a hard time stopping his running game from Central Lafourche. So, you know, every time they get that plus in right here in the red zone, they need to try to get points on the board. And not having that kicker help makes that decision a little bit easier.
Plazos back in the ball game. He still has the ball. Looking down the field. Incomplete. Out of bounds. I thought someone was going to throw it.
Well, he was open. I tell you what, if Plazos could have got turned upfield a lot quicker, he was so wide open. The defensive back for Terrebonne High School, number 23, Justin Crow, just bit on the dive. And when he called incomplete, the young man for Central Lafourche got disgusted and just throws the ball, spikes the ball down. This is a good call by the official.
Unsportsmanlike conduct call.
number 84 for Central. That's James Saplin as a tight end. He's getting a blessing from Coach Matt Hodson right here from Central.
Set that Terrebonne defense for you. The defensive line, number 81, Fred Spencer. Defensive tackle, number 70, Nelson Harris. Tackle, number 64, Joe Renfro. At end, number 50, Clifford Patterson. At linebackers, number 55, Chris Bergeron. And number 42, Terrell Aldridge. Also at linebacker, number 51, Glenn Mangum. Cornerback, number 29, Ernie Bennett. Number 24, Nicholas Kennedy. Safety, number 23, Justin Crow. And also at safety, number 25, Shea Lovell. Second and 25. Russell Robinson has it. Robinson still looking to break loose. Has some room, and he's finally tackled. The ball is loose.
I didn't see a call yet.
I didn't see a call yet either.
They're going to call him down. We look at this play again. Watch Fred Spencer, number 81 for Terrebonne High, does a great job of spreading the field. I mean, just getting to the sidelines, missed tackle, but Fred Spencer makes it play. Makes him turn back. The backside people for Terrebonne stays in their territory. Whoever's got reverse or backside does a great job. The ball comes out. You can see good shot right there by our camera people. The ball was already down.
Ball is at the 15-yard line. That'll end up being a gain of 5 for Robinson. Referee coming to speak to Coach Randy Bro on the sideline.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
It looked like he flashed that it's still second down, and I'm trying to figure out how that is.
Well, we had the penalty on first down.
Yeah, but it was a dead ball penalty.
Well, they evidently must have called a live ball because they didn't flip it.
They did. It was second down last time.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They must have changed their minds.
For what reason? I don't understand that.
Call it a second down and 19. Plays off. The pitch back. Good defense by the Terrebonne Tigers. Carrying it for Central Lafourche was Deion Jenkins. Number 24 for Terrebonne, Nicholas Kennedy. Coming up from the corner spot.
Trying to run speed. They're getting a little speed in the backfield with Deion Jenkins trying to get to the corner. Terrebonne does a great job of going from sideline to sideline. Good pursuit right there.
Third down. 19 to go. Back split behind plays off. Someone in the band is blowing a whistle, and half of the players on the field are stopping.
Yeah, so somebody, that referee's going to tell somebody something in a minute, I'm sure.
That was interesting. You saw Robinson hold up. If we can get a shot at that again, Robinson in the middle of the run after catching the ball hesitated. He was hearing whistles.
Yes, I heard it too. Brings up a punting situation for Central.
Shea Lovell deep for the Tigers at the 40-yard line. Ugel gets it off. Lovell fumbles but falls on it. Terrebonne will take over at the 38-yard line.
Oh, got lucky that time. Ball never bounced away from Shea. Good job of getting back on the football by Shea Lovell. But once again, Hilary at Central Lafourche.
Okay, let's take a look at that play again that we were telling you about.
You see the screen set up here to the tight end side. Once again, they like to go to the tight end side.
They got it to Robinson. Now watch Robinson. Robinson, look, he sort of hesitates a little bit. The whistle was blowing at this time, and people were just sort of slow motion. Davy Bird hands it off up the middle. That's Claude Johnson. Johnson with a gain of about 3 on the play. Troy Johnson has a report for us. Troy?
All right, guys. I was standing close to Coach Groh in that last series, and he told his team that they should be blocking a lot better. He didn't feel that the team was blocking a lot better. He told his team that if they weren't going to block, that Terrebonne might get the edge and they might get some momentum their way. So he really stressed to them they really got to block because he knows his team can run the football. Back to you, Hill.
Thanks, Troy. 2nd and 7. Burke hands off. No, he doesn't. Now he pitches to Johnson. Johnson with maybe a gain of a yard on the play. Good pursuit by the Central Lafourche defense.
That's one thing they've always done over here, Hill. They'll fly to the football. They used to run at 5-3. Now they've gotten kind of a even man front with a 4 down people.
Well, when we spoke to people before the game, Coach, to a man, they told us it wasn't near as talented a team as what Central Lafourche had last year, but that on defense, they will fly to the football.
Well, they've always done that.
3rd and 6 for Terrebonne. Lots of movement.
Lots of movement, no flags. I can't understand that.
Okay, that'll bring up 4th down. Level, back to punt. Good pressure by Central Lafourche. The Trojans get the tipped punt and get great field position.
I know Coach Randy Brill's going to talk. Coach Randy Brill's going to talk to this young man. You see outside pressure. I didn't get that number, but that's a block right there. But the young man for Central Lafourche tries to pick it up, and you just leave it alone. It's their ball. Just get away from it. He tries to pick it up, and he fumbles it. Terrebonne gets the ball right back there.
Number 43, Andy Rister with the block.
Good effort right there by Rister. 5'9", 150-pound junior defensive back. Like I always said, ladies and gentlemen, excellent field position here for Central Lafourche.
Ugel back to pass. Shea Lovell knocks it away. It was intended for Jenkins.
Gone for the home run, but I guarantee he had James playing as wide open at about 12-yard out pattern. But the play was to go for the big one. Jenkins couldn't get to the middle of the field. There it is right there. He throws the ball to the post. Jenkins couldn't get there quick enough. Good job by Shea Lovell, staying back, staying in his zone. It's Reggie Ogle at quarterback.
Handoff, that's Brower. Brower is brought down after a gain of only a yard. Clifford Patterson and Chris Bezer on there for the Tigers.
I want you to look at number 64. We can see this replay. A guy that weighs 370 pounds. Watch this guy pull and go through the hole. This is amazing. I tell you what, this young man can run. 370 pounds. We'll get to see him again later during the game because he pulled on that one way from the backside tackle box and just went clean across the field. And that's impressive.
3rd and 10 for the Trojans. Handoff, that's Griffin. Griffin's ahead to about the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Coach Randy Brill tried to catch him off guard here, maybe expecting pass and trying to break Robinson. Oh, was that number 42?
That was Griffin.
That was Griffin, I'm sorry. Darius Griffin trying to break him on a 3rd and long. Never got a crease.
Number 3, Claude Johnson. Number 25, Shea Lovell at the 10-yard line awaiting the punt of Ugel. takes a bounce that is very fortuitous for the Tigers. 3:45 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. It's Central Lafourche 10, Terrebonne nothing.
Sports. We lost for 6 straight years. Then we won 7 games. We won 10 games. Let's not forget how we won those 7 games and 10 games.
Well, now you can, live this Sunday night on Tri-Parish Sports Weekly.
We didn't invent the game. We don't know more about the game than anybody else.
Featuring LSU, Nicholls State, the Saints, and area high school football. Call in live this Sunday night and talk sports with your hosts Jimmy Ott and Don Schwab on Tri-Parish Sports Weekly.
Imagine this is the interior of your new house. Icynene insulation completely insulates and seals your new home, so in the cold of winter, the heat stays in, and in the warmth of summer, the heat stays out, as do outdoor pollutants. The end result is great energy savings and vastly improved air quality. The Icynene insulation system. Sooner or later, every home will have it.
Call Darryl Johnson at 580-3433.
Davy Berg still with the football. He's wrapped up. He'll lose a yard or two.
Takes a very disciplined defense to defensive veer. Here we are. We've talked about it a few times this season already because a lot of teams are running it. You have to have somebody on dive. You got to have somebody on the quarterback. You got to have somebody on pitch. Central Lafourche does a great job doing all three. The only success that Terrebonne's had tonight has been on the quick toss.
Second and 11 for the Terrebonne Tigers. Berg back to pass. Has a receiver out here. Alton Diggs, number 8. Had it and lost it.
Little flag route. Little void, what we call a deep void. I'm going to tell you what, you can't get any wide open in this. And you can't have the ball hit you better in the hands than this pass. Take the little dive right there. You see a little, he goes to run a post corner almost. He goes to the middle of the field, comes out, he'll be wide open right here. Hits him in the wrong spot.
Third and long for the Terrebonne Tigers. Berg back to pass again. Looks over the middle. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down. It was intended for Blake.
Shot to a little deep curl pattern to the first down marker. Good job by the young man from Terrebonne High running this curl pattern past the first down marker. We'd have had a first down, but just couldn't come up and throw. I think Dave Berg's got to set his feet a little bit and just have a little confidence in the offensive line. They'll hold him out. Just stay in the pocket, just step and throw.
Jenkins and Augustine back for Central Lafourche.
Once again, Central Lafourche ought to have come up with excellent field position here.
Lovell
a lot better than
gets it blocked again. Central Lafourche tries to fall on it. The ball is down inside the 5-yard line, and the Trojans will take over from there. That time, Coach Lovell just looked like he couldn't handle the snap.
Yeah, it looked like he had his eyes upfield instead of catching the football. It's like catching the pass when you're catching that punt. You got to look the football all the way to your hands. You'll see it here. Kind of gets his head up. You see he's got his head up, and he drops the football. Somebody comes inside and blocks it. Can't get that number right there. You can see a lot better than me, huh?
That looked like Brower. Looked like Brower. Whoever it was, Central Lafourche with great field position and a great opportunity to add points. Inside the 5-yard line at the 3, the handoff to Robinson. Breaking tackles, he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Got double tight, full house backfield. You see here, there's the right side of the offensive line for Central, just blocking down. Robinson goes inside, touchdown.
They'll swing the fence on over, Coach.
Yeah. Make sure that they have everybody defense.
Augustine holding for Plaisance. His kick is good. 2:42 left to go here in the first half. Coach, in this district, that these guys are in. Of course, Terrebonne and H.L. Bourgeois move up to 6-5A. There are no weak sisters in this district.
We're talking to Coach Randy Bro and Coach, forget to mention my boy, Coach Stanley Forward. I was coaching in St. Barth. He was coaching at Central Catholic. The Holy Savior of Lockport. We go back a long ways. Of course, not that long, Hill, but so glad to, happy to see old Stanley Forward still here at Central Lafourche. Good coach. But, they were all talking before the game. It's going to be a dogfight. They figure Hornbill right now, Destram looks like the two front runners, but you can't leave out Central Lafourche. Once again, they've got that history of success. East St. John's got some pretty good athletes. Terrebonne it will be there. They're going to be competitive. Of course, H.L. Bourgeois has a big one tonight against Hornbill High School, but like you said, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to go down to the wire. I think we made a statement. I made a comment last week. I think the winner out of the district is going to have one loss. I really do.
Deep for the Tigers, Henry and Johnson. Ugel tees it up at the 40. 17-0, Central Lafourche. Terrebonne next week in district play will take on East St. John. This one goes into the end zone. Central Lafourche next week is going to host the H.L. Bourgeois Braves.
Now, right now, Coach Pat Keene, the Terrebonne Tigers can't do anything real stupid. They got 2:42 left. Maybe try to get a little drive going, get some points on the board, but don't throw it up for grabs. They'll get the ball at the beginning of the second half. Don't give Central right here an opportunity to get back on the scoreboard right before halftime. That would be devastating.
Of course, I mentioned earlier that Central Lafourche reached the semis. They reached the quarterfinals last year, going 9-1 in the regular season. Handoff right up the middle. No gain. That was William Henry.
Yeah, we caught Central last year against Thibodeau in Thibodeau. And then the playoff game, you and I were both out of town. And
I was freezing in Montana with
Nichols in the playoffs, exactly. And they got hooked up with a good team from Jesuit High School, and Jesuit had a fantastic night. And Coach Randy Bro said it's probably the worst game they played all year. So you get like that sometimes.
They see some of that big crowd we were talking about, Coach.
Yeah, this is every Friday night, ladies and gentlemen.
We were talking in the middle of the field. We were talking before the game to Coach Foray. That middle section that we just passed up between the two bars, that season ticket holders is packed.
Yes,
every week.
Every week. And the football field, I'm going to tell you what, it's in excellent shape.
Wait, what was your comment about the football field, though?
Yeah, you see that tall grass. You kind of figure the offensive team, the home team, doesn't have much speed. but that's not the case here, believe me, because. That's Coach Boudreau right here, one of the assistant coaches for Central Lafourche High School. Tom Boudreau, been with Randy Bro, been at Central Lafourche a long time. Good coach.
The assistants are Tom Boudreau, Chad Blanchard, Matt Hudson, Mark Bro, Chris Degg, and Shelly Vidros. Pitch back, Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle, goes forward, looks like he's past the 30-yard line. That'll give Terrebonne a first down. Let's see where they mark it.
That's the only play they've had success with tonight, is low toss to the wide side. Well, that time they ran to the short side of the field, but I'm sorry, wide side again. They pull a tackle, pull a guard, block down with the wide receiver. And Claude gets outside. Here's the pulling tackle. If he blocks that man inside, the young man's got to look for somebody, give him a little help.
That's something also that Claude Johnson will learn later on, shifting that ball to the outside end.
Yes. I'll tell you what, Hill, years ago they used to teach it all the time. Nowadays they don't coach anymore. They tell people nowadays that when you put the ball in your hands, because there's so many people grabbing for the football nowadays, they make you put it in your hands and leave it, because they're scared once you start, switching over, that you got a defensive man with a hand coming in, and that's when you drop the ball on the ground a lot. So nowadays a lot of coaches are going to have the philosophy, just put it in one hand, put pressure on both ends, and keep it there.
Berg still has it, pitches out to Johnson. Claude Johnson, look at him go, Coach. Claude Johnson past midfield, still going. Claude Johnson finally tackled inside the Central Lafourche 45.
Give David Berg a medal, because I guarantee he got kissed not but one but two guys from Central right in the chops. He gets the ball up to Claude Johnson. Claude does a great job turning the field. You'll see it here. David Berg gets popped twice. Well, he didn't get hit that hard. He's still up on his feet. Good job, David. But he gets the ball. Good job by the wide receiver stalk blocking. Central Lafourche just runs right by him.
Hand off to William Henry. That'll be a gain up to about the 35-yard line, making a gain of about 6 on the play.
Got a little time left. They got 3 timeouts. Coach Pankey might think about start using some of them right here.
Pitch back. Pass Henry, and Henry has stood up as he gets to the 32-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. I think it'll be a little short.
Terrebonne High calls that first timeout. First half. Central Lafourche team was really screaming. I mean, the fans were screaming on that play. They thought the young man for Terrebonne High School was holding. But it's pretty evident he wasn't holding because they didn't throw the flag. There's a good shot right there of Coach Tom Boudreau, assistant coach of Central Lafourche, talking to his defense. Calls all the defensive signals from Coach Randy Bro.
1:28 left to go in the first half. Coach, you saw something on that Johnson run also, that he split a couple defenders that just looked like they were sort of waiting for him. Yeah, he blew right in between them.
You can't wait for Claude. I'm gonna tell you, you got to put a hand on him. You got to grab and lock up, because one arm will not bring him down. He's got good strength. He's about 185. He's a muscular young man, and he's awfully difficult to bring down with just his arms.
Unofficially, Johnson with 95 yards on 10 carries here in the first half.
Doesn't mean a thing, though. He can't put points on the board right there. Got to put points on the board. Be a tremendous shot in the arm with the fact they get the ball in the second half.
Blake in motion left to right. Handoff up the middle. That's Henry, and Henry is going to pick up a first down up to the 26-yard line.
Got to speed it up here.
The clock is stopped while they'll set the chains.
Call you play. I call 2 plays in the huddle, but they've got 2 timeouts left. They'll run it now. It's going to be under 110 when they snap this football.
Pitch back Johnson again. Same play they've had success with. Johnson sticks the head down and goes forward to about the 19-yard line. Number 26 for Central Lafourche on the stop. It's Ryan Rogers.
Clifford Patterson out in front. He's got to go block somebody. Because that young man is going both ways, and I know he's tired. Terrebonne High calls another timeout. That's that second charge timeout of the first half. They have 1 left.
We'll take a break. 1:03 left to go in the first half. Central Lafourche leads at 17-0.
Ever had a powerful idea? Well, with Radiophone, you can. Radiophone introduces the new personal power plan. For just $16.95 a month, take your phone anywhere in the U.S. or Canada. You won't find a lower rate anywhere than with the new personal power plan from Radiophone. Pay only for what you use. And remember, get all these services with no additional fees. And there's no activation charge. The personal power plan. Power from Radiophone.
Check out what's going on this week at the Jubilee.
Been thirsting for something new? Join the crowd for the new drink sensation at your TCBY treat shop. Cool, creamy, fruity sorbet with a splash of Sprite blended together for a very refreshing drink. The new Sorbet Fizz, only $1.79.
No matter where you are, there's sure to be a Jubilee near you. Quality, convenience, and low prices. That's what Jubilee's all about.
The Terrebonne Tigers with a second down and 3 at the Central Lafourche 19, looking to get on the board before halftime. Davy Berg looks outside. It's complete to Claude Johnson. Nearly intercepted. Johnson inside the 5-yard line. Dangerous throw that time. Number 34, Travis Douglas. I believe a linebacker was out there and nearly picked that off.
Well, I tell you what, he makes a crucial mistake. Doesn't look the ball in the hand, but great concentration by Claude Johnson right here.
Davy Berg gets it just over
right
his
over the
hands.
guy's hands, and he does that's great concentration. Well, that's hard to teach a young man to watch the ball all the way through some people's hands and just catch it.
15-yard gain, first and goal at the 4-yard line for Terrebonne. Berg still has it. Johnson has it now. Bad-looking play, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of penetration. Terrebonne has one timeout left, and the clock's running. That's one thing about the veer package is, you know, it's limited down here when you get to that goal line. You start running the veer, you'll get a lot of penetration. They'll get in that gap defense. That's what Central's doing. Well, they went back to that base 4. Base 4-3 defense.
Berg. That's going to be a flag.
Illegal grounding. That's going to cost him a penalty and a loss of down. Then you see David Berg here. He wants to throw a quick out. He's got nobody to throw the football to. Throw it in the end zone, David. You got to learn. Throw the ball away. He had ample opportunity. He had time.
13 seconds left now. The penalty will be marched back to the 18-yard line. It's also a loss of down.
At coaching staff for Terrebonne High School, of course, the head football coach, Pat Key, and Irvin Brown. Assistants of Irvin Brown, Michael Williams, Walter Dupre, Greg Nassis, Mark King. A new daddy, Mark King, had a baby this week. Congratulations to Mark and his wife. Mark King, John Infinger. Principal David Berg, his assistants, Patrick Luke and Thomas Turner.
All right. Terrebonne getting ready to get underway. Plaisance was shaken up. He'll come off the field. Troy Johnson has a report for us. Troy?
Okay, Hill, on that last play, David Berg was looking for a wide receiver to run a slant route. The receiver ran the route but never looked for the ball. Therefore, David Berg was then tackled, threw the ball up. Nobody was there. Called for intentional grounding. If the receiver would have ran that slant route, it was wide open. Might have been 6. Back to you, Hill.
Thanks, Troy. Good observation.
Good job. Motion. Ooh. He's open. He gets the ball there.
That pass was incomplete, and there was no flag.
Looks like they had motion, but maybe these guys are playing by Canadian football rules. I don't know. But he was there. Alton Diggs is on the little flag, on the little board, deep flag pattern. They'll try to kick it here. Brad Lake, a defensive back, 5'11".
It's no good. It rolls into the end zone. Central Lafourche will snap the ball once. There's 2 seconds left in the half. Trojan fans are fired up as their defense held right before half.
They love their football in Matthews.
The only game in town.
Only
Coach.
game in town. Of course, when you've had as much success over the years that Central's had, it makes it a lot better to put these people in the stands. The Tommy Hodson era, they've had some outstanding football players on here.
Bugel, the quarterback, he's going to kneel on it, and that will do it for the first half. The district selects 5A opener for both teams is Central Lafourche 17. Terrebonne nothing. Stay with us for the second half of the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week. Central Lafourche, the Trojans lead at 17-0. Before we go to the third quarter, we will have a chance to hear from pretty much a legend around here, Coach.
You talk about a legend. Now, this guy's a true legend.
Well, you're a legend at home at Thibodaux. He's a legend around the Matthews area. Anyway, here's Troy Johnson with the former head coach at Central Lafourche. That's Bob Grove.
All right, Hillary, I know you have a legend in the booth with you, but I tell you what, I have a legend down here with me. 2 state championships with Hanville, numerous district titles. Coach Bob Grove, I tell you what, you've had an outstanding career.
Well, I'm fortunate to be associated with a lot of good people, a lot of good athletes, good coaches, being at the right place at the right time. I guess that's the key to it.
Do you miss the game? I know you're out here every Friday night, and I heard you're doing some work on the fields and everything. You got to miss it.
I'm not doing any work on the fields anymore. I did my share of that when I was here, and the field is in great shape. Randy's done a good job of maintaining it and getting it a good sod out there. I really don't miss all the hassle of all the preparation. I enjoy coming to the games. It's a little different, but really, as far as missing a lot, I really don't.
So what else you doing now? We talked earlier. You said you're not fishing as much as you did while you were coaching, but I know you're using your leisure time to do a lot of other activities.
Well, I do a little fishing, play a little golf, do a lot of honeydews around the house, help one kid do this, help another kid do that. Staying pretty busy. I don't know how I ever had time to work before. I'm staying so busy.
Well, I tell you what, Hill, like I said before, class coach, one of the greatest coaches in the history of high school football in Louisiana. I tell you what, it's just great for me being here talking to him tonight. Back to you, Hill.
Thanks, Troy, and thank you, Coach Groh.
Yes, very good. I tell you what, Bob Groh was the winner in Hornville High School. He came to Central Lafourche. He had some down years. It took him 3 years once he got here to get him in the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you what, he's had some outstanding teams. He never could win the big one here, but he was always knocking on the door. And, you know, he just brought, you could tell what he's done to high school football in this area. Just looking at the stands tonight, every shot we've seen in the stands, this is a direct result of the hard work that Bob Groh has said. But he said one good thing, Hillary. He's very complimentary. He's surrounded by some outstanding coaches that's worked with him over the years. And secondly, he's been surrounded by some outstanding football players. And of course, the fans have been tremendous.
Well, I tell you what, if you build it, they will come. And he built this football program.
Yeah, he did. It's you know, it's once again, you know, he put in his time. And now he's enjoying himself. He told me that he didn't know they had so much work to do after he retired. You're supposed to relax. But he told me before the game he's doing more work now than he did when he was coaching on the sideline.
Well, he said the key words: honeydews.
Honeydews. Got a little rain coming down.
A little mist.
A little mist.
Terrebonne is going to be receiving.
Well, Terrebonne had an opportunity to get back in the game. Well, they're still in the football game. They're only down 17-0, but they had an excellent opportunity right at the end of the first half. They had great field position down here, and they had the unfortunate illegal grounding. But they've got to get back in the game. I think is very essential from the score in this drive, because unless they made some dramatic adjustments at halftime defensively, they've got to slow down Central Lafourche, because Central Lafourche will run the clock out.
Ugel kicking off, Johnson and Henry deep. This one will go toward Johnson at the 5-yard line. Claude Johnson leaps over the pile. Claude Johnson is still going. My goodness, Coach.
He's a good one. He's got greatness written all over him. I'm gonna tell you what, if he stays healthy for the next 2 years, he'll be a highly recruited football player out of the state of Louisiana, I'm gonna tell you that.
And of course, last year, his sophomore season, they were expecting big things from him, and he got hurt early.
Had a knee injury. I think doing 2 days, and really didn't get into form till late in the season. You know, he just had a slow recovery from his knee, but I tell you what, he is fit this year.
Unofficially, Claude Johnson with 98 yards in the first half. That's going to be a nice gain of about 4 yards on the play. That's William Henry.
Terrebonne High School just sticking with the offensive game plan, just run inside V at that time, inside that defensive end, try to pick up a little yards. They got good positive yards on first down.
Unofficially, Davy Berg 2 for 8 in the first half for only 22 yards. Had a couple of drops in there.
Drops.
Nice surge by the Terrebonne offensive line, and that's going to be a carry up close to a first down. Looks like where they'll mark it will be about a foot short.
Same play, just dive, veer dive.
You can see the push that time, Coach, by the offensive line at Terrebonne. They really moved Central Lafourche back on that play.
Brings up a big third down possession down there.
3rd and 1 for Terrebonne at the 43-yard line of Central Lafourche. Opening possession of the second half, and the Trojans lead it 17-0. Patterson in motion, left to right. Handoff up the middle. We have a flag in the backfield. It looks like it's going to be some kind of motion on Terrebonne.
Illegal motion. There you see the little mist falling right here in your picture. Still coming down. But you know, the killer penalties will kill you. You got picked up good yardage on first and second down, have an opportunity to pick up first. Now you put them in a situation where they almost have to throw the football, be third and long. Now you're taking them away. If you don't pick up the first down here at midfield, you've got to punt the football.
Third down and a short 6. Diggs split down to the bottom of the screen. Blake in the slot up top. Split backs behind Berg. He pitches out to Johnson. He has some room. Claude Johnson. Depends on where they mark this and whether or not he got the first down. It looks like he'll have the yardage for the first. They'll mark it up to the 41-yard line.
Been a successful play all night. A little toss, pulling the tackling, play side tackling guard. Get Claude Johnson on the corner. I'll tell you what, he can be very, very dangerous.
Manuel Blanchard, number 86, into the ball game at wide receiver, a 6'4" junior. Split down to the bottom of the screen. Oh, that's a flag. That should be a penalty on Central Lafourche. We'll take a quick break. 10:21 remaining in the third quarter. Central Lafourche 17, Terrebonne nothing. William Henry with the carry right there. Gain of a couple. Make it a 2nd and 3.
Previous penalty was lining up offsides against Central. Trojans jumped in the neutral zone. Play was blown dead. So Henry picks up a couple yards. It brings up a 2nd and 3rd. Big drive right here for Terrebonne Tigers.
2nd and 3 from 34. Berg pitches back to Johnson. Plenty of Trojans, but Johnson goes around the outside. Looks like he's going to pick up a first down. Coach, 5 or 6 guys there in green, but Johnson turned on the burners.
No substitute for speed. We'll watch it on the replay. I mean, they've got 3 Central Lafourche guys that's got him on the corner. He just gives a little hesitation step inside, and that's what I'm talking about, jetting to the sidelines. He got to the sidelines, didn't have a chance of catching him. You'll see right here, you'll see the top of the film. That's the guys he gets outside of him. Corner man does a poor job of containing.
Davy Berg looks for a receiver. Is caught this time by Diggs. And Diggs is inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. That looks like it'll be another first down for Terrebonne.
Mixing the plays up, throwing on first down. Big first down, just a little quick 3-step drop, just getting the ball to Diggs. Diggs that time did a great job of getting his hands out in front of his face, catching the football with his fingers.
First and 10 for Terrebonne from the Trojan 19-yard line. The Tigers trying to get on the scoreboard. Patterson in motion at the bottom of the screen. Johnson has it. Claude Johnson is stuck. Ryan Rogers, a senior defensive back, coming up from the corner to pop Claude Johnson.
Good pursuit that time for the inside. A couple of missed blocks. Claude was unable to get outside on the corner. First time tonight they've stopped that play.
2nd and 10 for Terrebonne now. That time the Trojan defense was waiting for Johnson, Coach. Berg back to pass, looks outside, incomplete.
A lot of boozing inside, but I tell you what, the ball was not within 2-3 yards of the receiver. David threw inside. A young man for Terrebonne, number 83, Jeremy Williams, broke outside, and the guy from Central Lafourche just lowered the boom on him.
Travis Douglas came up and put a pop on him, and a flag was thrown. That's going to give Terrebonne a 1st and goal just inside of the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough call because really, you know, the defensive back doesn't know if the guy caught the ball or not. I don't think it was a malicious hit of any sort.
No, it wasn't.
And you know, I think that's just a tough play to call, man. Just awfully hard. But it's a big break for Terrebonne High School right here.
1st and goal for the Tigers. Call it the Central Lafourche 9-yard line. 8:17 left to go here in the third quarter. First half, for the most part, dominated by Central Lafourche, as the score would indicate. Terrebonne been moving the ball their past couple of series. Handoff up the middle, that's William Henry, and he's up to the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
That'll pick up the first down, make it 1st and goal. I don't understand these officials here. Maybe I'm missing something here. It was 2nd down to get a personal foul call, and then they moved to 3rd down, and it was 3rd and 1.
I don't understand that either. I thought that was a 1st and goal.
I was.
Tells you what I know. Blake in motion. Handoff to Johnson.
Trying to throw a little inside, run the inside veer. Once again, you got an injured Terrebonne player.
See if we can take a look at that replay. Looked like they had a few hands around the facial area of the ball carrier.
Looks like Claude Johnson on the ground. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. You'll see right here, just trying to run the inside veer. Oh, yes. Good call, Hill. He had a grab of something inside. Never let it go either.
Spun him around. We'll take an injury timeout. 7:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Terrebonne driving. They trail at 17-0.
Ever had a power...
2nd and goal for Terrebonne at the 3-yard line. Blake in motion, left to right. Handoff up the middle. William Henry has it. Henry. No signs anywhere. He looks like he's inside the 1-yard line, Coach.
Awfully close. Good surge this time, but right side of the offensive line for Terrebonne High School. Number 52, Todd Odemall.
Claude Johnson back in the ball game, as is number 4, Patterson. Junior Patterson.
I think Claude had some cramps, that's all he had.
3rd and goal from the 1 for the Tigers. Patterson in motion. Handoff up the middle. That's Henry, and that's a touchdown for Terrebonne.
Good job of blocking by the right side of the man. We see this again. You see the defensive front 4 for Central Lafourche in the end zone. A lot of guys standing up, but good job. Great drive right here. Took about 6 minutes off the clock. Very good job. Big plus right here for Terrebonne High School. Kicking games could be very important here, Hillary.
38, Brad Lake on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Brad Lake adds the extra point. We'll keep it here, Coach. 6:38 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers now trail by 10. That's 2 good drives in a row by Terrebonne. The last one at the end of the first half they didn't get anything out of, but they took 5:22 off the clock for this score.
That's why it's so very important. I mean, this game would be very, very close if they'd have got on the board right before halftime, but that's if, and that's over with. So I know Coach Key told his kids at halftime, said, look, 17-0 down. We get the ball beginning of the 2nd half. We put points on the board. Look, 10 down, but now that defense has got to accept the challenge here and give their offense a chance to get back on the football field, because like they're showing in that drive right there, they're capable of moving the football. Mix up the run.
Central Lafourche coach with about 120 yards rushing in the first half. Completed only 2 passes, but one of those was that 29-yard touchdown pass to Robinson. Deep are Jenkins and Augustine, number 2 and number 4 for Central Lafourche. Been a while since the Central Lafourche offense ran a legitimate play.
You're right.
They took a knee at the end of the first half, and they hadn't seen it for a few minutes before then. Play kicks off. It'll come down. He is down. He took a knee. Knelt down at the 13-yard line to take it in. That's Augustine, and the Trojans will take over from there. Coach, we talked a little bit about it, but talk a little bit more. What an advantage Central Lafourche has to have two capable quarterbacks in high school.
Well, it's a big advantage, especially when you have your #1 guy playing free safety, kickoff, extra points, field goals is ultra important, because I tell you what, on these hot muggy nights, that's a good shot of the Trojan mascot right there. And you know, he needs a good backup, and these guys have done a good job. Now we'll see Reggie Ogle start the second half here at quarterback.
Handoff up the middle, that's Brower, and Brower's up close to the 19-yard line.
That's why it's so important. He just, you know, plays on, still stays on the field for 6 minutes on a drive. Now he's got to get on the sidelines and get a little breather. I mean, this young man is tired. But I'm sure he'll get his win. He'll be back in the game shortly.
5-yard gain for Brower, 2nd and 5. Robinson has it. Robinson bouncing off of people like a pinball. He's up to the 20-yard line. 4 or 5 Terrebonne Tigers were there.
Great job of gang tackling here for Terrebonne defense. Had 8 white jerseys on the tackle.
Brian Laughlin, Chris Bergeron, Joseph Renfro. A bunch of them were in there.
Robinson did a great job of protecting the football. Big 3rd down right here for Terrebonne High's defense.
3rd and 4 from the 20-yard line. Jenkins split down to the bottom of the screen. Pitch back to Robinson. He has some room. He looks like he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down.
He's short.
Chris Bergeron, number 55, and also number 24, Nicholas Kennedy, on the stop for the Tigers. They're going to ask for a measurement. They'll come all the way across the field, bring the chains out. We don't need Gene on this one, do we?
I don't believe. I think they're about 18 inches short.
Okay.
Like I said, about 12 inches. I was close. Well, Gene would have been proud of that one, huh, Hill?
That's right. You were only off by 6 inches.
I don't have any binoculars. I just got my glasses on, too. I don't have that advantage that Gene does.
You couldn't see if you had binoculars.
I can't see with my glasses. Had an opportunity to talk to Buddy Brule, give us a little report on the big ragu. Had a little setback last week. I'm able to hear he's back home. So
Marvin Dugas.
Marvin Dugas, take care of yourself, young man. Hope to have you back up here in the box with us. And
yeah.
I know you've sorely missed on with Steve on radio. So
Marvin Dugas Day. Get back. Get well soon, buddy.
Yes, indeed.
Ugel back to punt. You say Ogle, I say Ugel. It's the same thing. It's the same guy. Number 18. Lofty snap, almost blocked. He gets off a high punt. The ball's on the ground, and Central Lafourche has it. Looked like Johnson came up and wanted to make a fair catch. Got the ball.
Well, if we can look at it again, you'll see Claude looks upfield for so long, and he takes his eyes, and he goes, the next thing he sees the ball, because it's kind of a line drive. He never has possession of it. Good job by Travis Douglas for Central. Stripping the ball, number 5. That's number Jason Moore, senior linebacker, getting the fumble recovery. I was just fixing to say, you know, they could ill afford a turnover right here. You know, the kicking game is such a big part of the football.
Nick Dake split to the left. Cordell Collins to the right. Plays on us back in the quarterback. Pitches out to Robinson. Robinson around the outside, and Robinson is inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, Central got away with one that time. I mean, got away with a clip and a hole about 15 yards away from the football. Coach Bro sees this on replay. He won't be a happy man.
11-yard gain for Robinson. Unofficially, I have Robinson 15 carries, 58 yards.
There you see him again. He did a great job of setting his blockers up right here. After Bergeron misses it, on the pursuit, he misses the tackle. Robinson gets outside, does a great job of setting up his blockers.
Fumble. Brower picks it up, heads up play, and he tries to go forward, but Chris Bergeron was there. That's going to be a loss of about a yard on the play.
That's why it's so very important. You know, you hear people talk, not just on Friday nights, on Saturdays, on Sundays, positive yardage on first down. And I know Coach Brewer doesn't want to get in a situation right here. He's second and long, but he's close to full down territory, so I don't look for him to put the ball in the air.
Very fortunate. That's what Coach Key was talking about, too, that, you know, up until last week, he wasn't getting any of those balls falling in his favor.
They've had a bunch of turnovers this year.
Robinson right up the middle, nothing doing, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. A lot of Tigers in there on the tackle. Clifford Patterson, number 50, also in there, 52, Todd Odemore.
Todd Odemore's the one that made the play. You know, he just barreled up. He just got on the ground, created a big pile. Robinson had nowhere to go, and here comes Terrebonne High's help. But Todd Odemore, number 52, made the play.
Steve Balvalan, number 11, checks in at wide receiver. He's split down to the bottom of the screen. Plays off, rolling out, looking for a receiver, lost it up. It's caught. Touchdown. I believe he was past the line of scrimmage.
They got him. They got him. He'll be past the line of scrimmage.
No, they called ineligible receiver downfield. The line of scrimmage was the 32-yard line. Let's see where Plaisance is when he lets this ball go.
Oh, he's past the line of scrimmage. That's what they call. No, they didn't either.
Well, they called ineligible receiver downfield.
That was a receiver downfield.
That was close. Closer than what I thought.
Yeah, it was.
From looking at it initially.
He called illegal receiver.
A break for the Terrebonne Tigers. They'll take it.
He initially got in trouble on the play on the bootleg. He just was too close to the line of scrimmage. He never could get his shoulders turned around and throw the football. And by the time he was turning around, his lineman went downfield, plus he was almost past the line of scrimmage.
Plaisance rolling out. He's chased. Plaisance gets away from one man. He's finally knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Number 51 for the Terrebonne Tigers, Glenn Mangum, from his linebacker spot, came up and pushed him out.
Once again, big play by the Terrebonne defense. Brings up a full down. Looks like Coach Bro's going to go for it here. I'll say the penalty takes them out of, a situation where they had the ball first and goal.
Fourth down. Big play for both teams here. Could give Terrebonne good field position if they turn it back over. Plaisance has it. He's pressured. Looks over the middle. It's complete. Right at the sticks. That's number 84 for Central Lafourche, James Duplantis.
Depends on the spot. You see another bootleg action. He hits James Duplantis right inside on the numbers. Boy, he knows where he's got to go for the first down. That's a great job of running the route right there by James Duplantis.
Looks like he has it, Coach.
If he misses it, it won't be by much. He's got it. Excellent job by James Duplantis. And that goes down to coaching, Hill. This is an excellent job of coaching by Central Lafourche, Randy Brewer and his staff. Tell you what, make sure you run those routes to the sticks. He knew exactly where he had to go. And I tell you, he didn't have much to spare. Probably about 6 inches, looked like, huh?
Not much at all.
The opportunity to make big plays at big times, that's what makes you good football teams.
I formation for the Trojans. Robinson, the deep back. He gets the football. Robinson right up the middle. Good surge by the offensive line that time. And Robinson's inside the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 14, a gain of 7.
Looked like the first play of the game here. Just a little better surge right there by Central Trojans offensive line. That defense for Terrebonne High spent a lot of time on the field tonight, Hillary. They're getting a little tired. Some of these kids are going both ways. Central's not getting much splits in the offensive line. They're just going north and south.
Bovalat checks back in. He splits to the top of the screen. Brower has it. He's up to about the 12-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
See Courtney Smith, big number 64, come over the foul. Boy, I sure hate for him to fall on me. Whew. What a man. Just a junior.
John DeGrees checks into the ball game.
Coach
number 85.
Coach Fourier was mentioned before the game, when he was in the 8th grade, the college coaches would come around and says, "Who is that guy?" And Stanley said, "That guy's just in the 8th grade." They could not believe it. He said he was this big in the 8th grade.
Robinson, the football's loose. Looks like Terrebonne has it. Let's see the signal. They do.
Who's that made they play? 67, was it? Or
let's see if we can see the replay and see.
Somebody got great penetration
in
inside. This comes great job inside. I think that's 67.
It looks like 64, Renfro fell on the ball. Brian Laughlin, number 67, looks like he's the one who got in there.
That caused it. Yeah, great job by Brian Laughlin.
Big defensive play for the Terrebonne Tigers.
What a turnaround.
Hand off to William Henry right up the middle. He's going to gain a couple. Actually make that a gain. Let's see where they mark it, of about 4 for William Henry. They see Coach Pat Key across the way, assistant coach Mark King to his left.
New daddy, Mark King.
Berg across the middle is complete. That's a first down for Terrebonne. Up to the 27-yard line.
Little play they ran the first half, a little dump pass to Jeremy Williams. Just fake the dive. You see fake the dive, pull up and hit the right behind the linebacker. And linebackers got to respect that dive man. When he steps up and takes the dive man, a guy that tight end kind of releases outside. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Score, Central Lafourche Trojans 17. Terrebonne.
There you see Central Lafourche and Terrebonne cheerleaders over on the track in front of the Central Lafourche stands.
Get a chance to recognize the administration here at Central. The principal, Gene DeCour. Assistant principals are Nilton Pierce, Blaine DeGrees, and Judy Babin. And I'd like to, and I know you would too, thank the administration for having us down here, Hill. We're glad to be here.
Happy to be here over in Trojan country. First down for Terrebonne.
Or was it Trojan or Crojan or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. That'll be a gain up to about the 31-yard line. That's a gain of about 4 for Claude Johnson.
I could honestly say and truthfully say that's the first time since we've been doing Game of the Week together that I've heard you kind of stutter through the opening remarks at a pregame, huh? So everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
You're very fortunate because Gene Gano's not here.
That's very true. That's very true. Davey Berg back to pass, has low time. Now he lofts it up. Incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if he was, Davey thought he was going to run a post corner, and Diggs ran just a post route. They're talking to each other now. But that's what David Berg needs to do. He needs to throw the football away, Hillary. Then you don't have to worry about illegal grounding.
Ambulance is going across the way, Coach. I didn't see anything.
See nobody get hurt.
So making a victory lap or something. 3rd down and 6 for Terrebonne. Berg still has it. Hit as he releases it. Incomplete. The breakup by Chris Lagarde. That's the 2nd time he's made a nice deflection on defense.
Lagarde does a great job of breaking on the football, brings up a 4th down. Now Terrebonne's got to come up with a big play here. Specialty teams, defense. Because I tell you what, 11 minutes after the game, if Central cranks up that offense again, they may take 6 or 7 minutes off the clock.
Jenkins is deep. Augustine, the short man. Adam Perkins back to kick for Terrebonne. High kick. Fair catch is called for. Takes a Central Lafourche bounce. It's down to about the 48.
The Trojans have excellent field position here with 11 minutes. And the ambulance is behind the Terrebonne bench. I'm trying to find out, trying to see. They're taking a football player or what, but that doesn't look good. There's a shot right there, Hillary. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I know it's kind of muggy.
Yeah, if that's the Terrebonne, I believe that's the Terrebonne player. If we can get that shot again in just a moment, maybe we'll try to identify who's injured out there. First down at the 49-yard line. Ugel pitches back. That's Griffin, number 42. Chris Bergeron with the fine play. That's a loss of 3. Great penetration.
Oh, Chris Bergeron's had an outstanding night. He has really played his heart out. Comes up a little limp. You'll see right here trying to get Griffin outside with that speedster. Pull the onside guard. You got the fullback lead, and Bergeron just splits 2 offensive people.
They just loaded whoever it was up in the ambulance.
Could have been somebody just maybe needs some fluids. Hopefully that's all it is.
We'll try to get a number for you if we can. Pitch back, that's Robinson looking to cut it in, and Robinson's up to midfield. Ernie Bennett, number 29, coming up from his corner spot to make the play.
I wonder if little Ernie's as good as golf as his big daddy, Ernie, huh? Huh? You think?
Better give him a run for his money.
Big possession down here.
Third down and 10 for Central Lafourche. The pitch back to Robinson. He's looking to throw over the middle. Shea Lovell knocks it away. Good timing by Lovell. Didn't look like he had anything for a moment, Coach, and then Jenkins looked like he was going to break loose. Troy Johnson is on the sideline. He'll have a report for us in just a moment.
He throws the ball up real high. He's got a halfback pass. He's trying to front. Lovell comes on top, does a great job of breaking on the football. See Shea Lovell's going back. It looks like he's cramping up. Going back with him is number 24, Nicholas Kennedy.
Flag on the play. While they're discussing this, let's go to the sideline. Troy Johnson has a report for us. Troy?
Hill, when we talk about Law fans, I tell you what, we can look at section 2 and 3 in Trojans stands. These guys have reserved their seats since 1981. The only way you can sit in section 2 and 3, which is on the 50-yard line, if you have reserved seats. This are what you call real Law fans. And by the way, Hill, they have the best seats in the house. They're on the 50-yard line. Back to you, man.
Well, not all of them are on the 50-yard line. They're between the 40s anyway. Yeah, I tell you, that's what high school football's about, Coach.
Yes. They're excited.
Chris Bergeron going for the block, doesn't get it. The kick will sail. Oh, my. That's down at the 1-yard line. Great play by the Central Lafourche special teams, and especially a good kick by Ugel.
Yeah, it was. You know, I don't see Claude Johnson on the field. And I see his, I thought that was his dad, Gene Johnson, over there. No, I don't want to say anything. I don't know who it is. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I just hopefully somebody maybe just got some cramps and needs a little fluids.
9:21 left to go here in the ball game. 17-7, Central Lafourche leads it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this is crucial right here for Terrebonne High to get out.
Johnson is in the ball game, Coach.
Oh, he is. Good.
He has the football, and he's ahead to about the 3-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2.
Hopefully we get a report from Troy, maybe walk across the field, see if he could pick up or give us a report who was hurt. Gives him a little breathing room right here, Hillary. He's right to the 3-yard line. No mistakes here. Oh, he's throwing it.
Berg back in the end zone, looks down the field. It was intended for number 20, Andrew Coleman. Tried to come back to the ball. It's incomplete.
Big gutsy call, huh?
You better believe it.
I mean, and Davis taking his 5-step drag. He's in the back. He was in the end zone. Just trying to throw a little streak route. Oh, Central holds here. They'll come out of this exchange with excellent field position.
Berg back to pass. He has protection. Looks upfield. It's complete. That's Diggs, and Diggs has a first down. Another gutsy call, Coach.
Another flag. They may have an illegal receiver downfield. Tell you what, well thrown ball here by David Berg. This ball, it's like a 12-yard out that he ran, but I mean he threw the ball from almost a right hash mark. That ball was in the air for like 35 yards.
Looks like this is going to be against the Terrebonne Tigers.
Personal foul, one of the offsetting penalties. Repeat 3rd down.
Did the flag come in before or after?
I didn't see it. This guy, the umpire, I think the umpire threw the flag, but I saw an offensive lineman for Terrebonne High School. Now, he may be been one of the guys involved in the infraction. Terrebonne High is going to call a timeout here and talk about it.
We'll take a break. 8:31 left to go in the ball game. Central Lafourche 17, Terrebonne 7. Pat Key, he was on the field instructing his offense.
We almost got a delay game. We had to wait for Coach Key to get off the field, yeah.
I'm not going to comment on that. I have to see him Monday night at the home of Terrebonne Quarterback Club.
Invite everybody out. Yeah.
Y'all come out and see it, too. All 5 Terrebonne Parish High Schools represented. They've been having a good one in Thibodaux for quite a while. Now they have one in Houma. Davy Berg back to pass. He's pressured. Steps up. Davy Berg is going to tuck it in. Davy Berg has the first down.
That'll be a face mask. Hand went to the helmet, in front of the helmet. I don't know if he grabbed anything, but the referee comes across and he's going to throw the flag. Personal foul.
Not intentional, but it was a shot to the head.
Yeah, well, it's a shot to the head. You'll see it here at the end of the run. David Berg does a great job of not panicking right here. He steps up, sees no receiver, he turns upfield. You go see the young man swing his hand right there. Look, boom, right in the face, and that's what they call. Well, that's a big play right there. When we get an opportunity, we'll give out these guys said they were the most important people on the field. This is the chain crew for Central High School.
That's them.
R.J. Mathern, James Champagne, John Learette, Ryan Mathern. Good job, guys.
First and 10 for Terrebonne at their own 29-yard line. 8 minutes left. Claude Johnson has it. Johnson going around the outside. He stopped. Good job by the Central Lafourche defense. Number 34 coming up again. That's Travis Douglas. While we have a chance, we'd like to thank our food sponsor here at Game of the Week. Subway, the place where fresh is the taste. 6637 Park Avenue in Houma, right in front of Lisa Park subdivision. You can call them at 872-2709. Great subs and salads from Subway.
Also to Duncan Sporting Goods in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Mike and Jerry Duncan are supplying the shirts for the crew.
Berg has it out to Diggs. Diggs is spun back short of the first down. He's going to be short of it by a couple of yards.
Davis been on the money here the third quarter. I mean the second half. I'm sorry. We're 7 minutes up in the fourth quarter.
Quick moving game. You didn't know where you were.
Well, I'm telling you, this has been a fast moving game. Starting at 7:30 kickoff. That's the only thing negative right now for Terrebonne High School. They got to score and they got to get on the board quick. They can ill afford to take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock here to get in the end zone.
Anderson in motion. Handoff to Henry. He'll be short of a first down. That's gain of only a yard. That'll bring up a 4th and 1.
Decision time.
Terrebonne's going to go for it. Let's go to the sidelines to Troy Johnson. Troy?
Update on the injured guy on the Terrebonne sideline, Hillary. He was Jeremy Harris. He's an equipment manager. They said he had an asthma attack, so they took him to the hospital just for precautions. Said he was doing pretty good when he did get in the ambulance, but they just took him to the hospital for precautions. Back to you, man.
Troy, and hope everything's okay, Jeremy. That's a first down for the Terrebonne Tigers. That's William Henry. Now make it Claude Johnson on the carry. Johnson up to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 6.
Well, if we can see this again on the replay, you'll see right here, he's one hand away from breaking a big play. They run the outside veer, and somebody grabs his jersey from the backside. I tell you what, he is awfully close to breaking a big play. You see right here, the guy pulls his jersey, boom, right there. And he's got to block it downfield. Good job by the camera crew.
Davy Berg back to pass. Looks down the field, has a receiver, knocked away again by guess who? He's done it all night, Chris Lagarde. Every time Davy goes deep, Coach, yes, Lagarde's there.
I tell you what, he does a great job of breaking on the football. That must be his 5th batted pass of the night. And I tell you can't ask for anything better than that, Hillary. Who's ever coaching their secondary for Central Lafourche needs to be patted on the back. Here's a well-thrown ball by Davy Berg right here. And you see Chris Lagarde come out on top once again, boom, knocking and batting the ball down.
Lagarde's been playing a good center field.
He certainly has. He's a junior, 5'9", 150-pound junior defensive back.
Actually positioned as the right cornerback, but he's made the plays deep downfield. Berg still has it. He's looking to throw again. He's pressured, and Davy Berg gets it downfield, incomplete. Flag right where he let the ball go.
Good idea to get rid of the illegal grounding right here. Good idea to get rid of it, but you got to make sure you got a receiver in the area. One of the few times tonight they put pressure in his face since way at the beginning of the first half. That's a big penalty right here.
No doubt. That'll push him back, and it's also a loss of down.
Brings up 3rd and super long right at 20. Got to be careful throwing those deep out routes he's been throwing. In Central, the Trojans are going to be sitting on that out route. Somebody's going to pick one off here and go down for 6.
Substitution in late for Central Lafourche. Running in there is number 55, Mike Angeron. Now we're ready. 5.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. 3rd and long for Terrebonne. Handoff. Nothing doing. No gain on the play. They try to catch the Trojans asleep, and Claude Johnson looked like he might have a little room up the middle initially, Coach, but a good job of plugging the gap.
When you situation like this 3rd and long, that middle linebacker sniffing out screen and draw. That's his responsibility. He's not going anywhere. Does a great job. Terrebonne's going to have to punt the football, hopefully get a turnover.
Adam Perkins, senior. But Terrebonne back to punt again. They get it off, and they rough the kicker. Good break for the Terrebonne Tigers. Perkins was rushed, and he was hit.
They won't give him a first down, though. Pat Key will probably go for it now. Never give an opportunity to pick up a first down. It'll be 4th and about 4, looks like. No, I'm longer than that, huh, Hill? I'm not real good here.
Well, 15 yards. This should bring up a 4th and
about 5.
No, maybe less than that. Maybe about 2. Well, let's see. They should mark off 15 here, and look like it was 4th and about 17.
not real smart. I know Coach Randy Bill's not too pleased about this scenario right here. If you're going to try to go for that block, you got to make sure you get some of the football. They could have called on either one of automatic first down. I'm sorry. Shows how much I know about the game.
That's what the officials say.
Yeah, you're right.
We know you know everything, though, Schwab.
Far from it, guys.
First down inside Central Lafourche territory for Terrebonne. Davy Berg still has the football, and Berg is going to gain about 5 yards. They'll mark it at about the 42-yard line.
And I know they've practiced it all week, because I'll tell you what, Central's not going to make Davy Berg pitch it. They're going to make him run the football. They'd rather see the number 11's hands than number 3 or number 2.
Of course, Davy's dad, Coach David Berg, the principal at Terrebonne High School. The assistant principals are Pat Luke and Thomas Turner.
Davy throws it out. That's what you were talking about, Coach. That play again. That time Travis Douglas slid in there and almost had the pick.
Well, all they're doing now, they're rushing their full down people. They're dropping their linebackers. And they don't in a deep zone. So very, very dangerous right there.
Third down and 5 for Terrebonne at the 42-yard line of Central Lafourche. 4 minutes, make it 4:01 left to go in the ball game. 17-7 Central Lafourche leads it. Berg back to pass, looking downfield. That I don't know, Coach.
I'll tell you what happened. We'll see it again on the replay. Joey Augustine gets the interception here. And I guarantee you the receiver from Terrebonne High had the ball going to the ground.
Let's see.
Number 11.
Great play by Augustine.
Mike Blake. That's right. I think the wide receiver for Terrebonne has the ball going to the ground right here. Boom. Number 10, I think it is, Mike Blake. Augustine just takes it from him. I mean, when you grab that football, you got to understand that's yours. You got to hold on to it. He takes the ball away from him on, I think, going to the ground. Another well-thrown ball by David Berg.
Good play by Augustine. Big turnover for Central Lafourche. Plaisance pitches back to Griffin. That's 55. Chris Bergeron again.
He's had a bunch of tackles tonight. Great effort all night long by number 55, Chris Bergeron.
Now, you would know the rules more than me, Coach. Isn't there such a thing as dual possession and the offensive team gets the ball?
No, not when not going to the ground. It was dual possession. But once the receivers hit the ground, number 4 came up with the football.
Once they hit the ground, all the ball's dead.
But it's no longer dual possession. Though.
Okay,
no longer dual possession.
Thank you for explaining that to me.
Plaisance hands off. Terrebonne's defense stacks him up again. Clifford Patterson, number 50 in there.
The dual possession would go into effect, say if Blake and Augustine both had the balls in their, both had the football in their hands on the ground. Okay, that's dual possession. The kid from Terrebonne just evidently didn't want it bad enough, so Augustine just takes the ball from him. Good effort on his part, just maybe a little lack of effort on Blake's part.
Timeout on the field. 3:01 left to go in the ball game. Third and about 12 now for Central Lafourche.
Terrebonne High calls our timeout, trying to stop the clock, trying to give his, if they do punt the ball, give his offense an opportunity. Have some time left in the game. 3 minutes and 1 second.
So again, we mentioned it earlier, Central Lafourche at home again next week. They will host H.L. Bourgeois. There you see Coach Randy Bro with Plaisance and some of the other offensive team members huddled up there.
And we go to the Swamp next week to cover the South Terrebonne Gators and the A.D. White Cardinals in non-district contest.
Terrebonne will be at home. They will face East St. John.
I'm sure Randy, Coach Gould just told Barry, nothing foolish.
No turnovers here.
Split backfield behind Plaisance. Plaisance still has the football. Looks downfield. It's complete. Number 81, Nick Dagg with a big catch. Well, so much for what you said.
Well, it's not a big game already. This is a very, very safe play, a la LSU last week. But except one thing, he probably told Barry, he said, look, if the guy's not wide open, you just turn on the field and run it. Very safe play.
Good grab.
When you have a senior quarterback that knows the game, has been out here for playing football for 3 years, put it in his hands. Great job of execution by Barry Plaisance.
Big play. Hand off to Robinson. He'll get past the 35-yard line. Central Lafourche band cranking it up, smelling a victory, Coach.
Fans are kind of dwindling out, Trojan territory.
Second down. Make it a long 5 for Central Lafourche. Less than 2 minutes remaining and counting. Hand off to Robinson again, going around the outside. He'll cut it in.
Flag on the far side. While around the wide receiver, it looks like it could be a holding call. Yes, it is. Wide receiver got caught holding.
Let's see if we can take a look at that again. One of the Terrebonne defenders, Coach, would not let him cut around the outside, forced him to cut in.
Yeah. Tell you what, Terrebonne's fought all night. I know you're never pleased with it. You're never pleased with it. Here's a little off-tackle play right into Robinson. He breaks outside. That's a good job right there of contained. I think that's number 81. Fred Spencer for Terrebonne High School.
That is number 30, Coach.
Number 30. Like I said, it was number 30.
Keith Hatch.
Yes.
In at linebacker. Plaisance hands off up the middle. That is Brower, and Brower's up close to a first down, a little bit short by about a yard.
Oh, you get a good penalty, big penalty on him, and Kenny comes back and almost picks up a first down. Tell you what, you talk about Central Lafourche's line. These guys average, Hillary from tackle to tackle, they only average 269.
That's all? Nothing to it. Hand off straight up the middle. That's Brower again.
We talked last week about Eleanor's girth and big size and Bourgeois' size, and these guys are right up there with them. You know, it's 6'1", 250, 5'11", 225, 5'10", 210, 5'11", 291, 6'4", 370. Where are they getting all these big people from, Hill?
I don't know. Must be feeding them something good down here.
Must be the water, huh? Buy Lafourche water?
Must be. I must be drinking a lot of water. It's just redistributed. Central Lafourche is going to post a district win in 6-5-8 to start things off. They're counting it down, less than 10 seconds left. Central Lafourche is going to win it 17-7. We'd like to thank everybody out here with Central Lafourche for all their hospitality. Head coach Randy Bro and everyone else over here. Much thanks to the people at Terrebonne as well. Thanks to our crew for doing a fine job. For Troy Johnson and Don Schwab, I'm Hillary Domingue, and this has been the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week. Your final score, Central Lafourche 17, Terrebonne 7.